Oh shit. Oh, and what's going on, y'all? This be your boy
Oh,
Scotty by Nature TV, Jamar 84, Tramiel, and Jeremy Speaks. And we know that today is not no Chasing Dallas panel. I mean, not Chasing Dallas panel. Today is a Chasing Dallas panel. We know it's no Chasing Dallas episode today. We already know that. However, we're here because one of the cast members of Chasing Dallas, Teddlie, hit me up through the DMs today because he seen our last review of the show and he wanted to come up here and clarify the mess. That's why the title of this is called Teddlie Addresses the Mess. Okay. And we're here for him to address the mess. And Jeremy, however, has a lot of questions. Yes, I'm being messy. Jeremy has a lot of questions. I don't know where the hell T went.
But let's be clear while we're talking about T. Teddlie came on because of what y'all said.
I don't even remember what was said.
Of course, we don't remember what we say when people are about to
like a flashback.
Do you remember what you said, Scotty? Who said it? I want to know.
I said that I said something about Teddlie and his many men because I said I understand why he has many men because I myself have had many men. So I'm here with Teddlie with the many men stuff. That's what I said.
I'm
now,
going to timestamp for this video so I can make sure I clip that whenever.
Bitch, shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Okay. So what we're about to do now, we're about to bring our guest of honor up here because baby, he hit me up personally because he wanted to address the stuff, honey. Okay. So without any further ado, let's bring our favorite rich auntie himself, Teddlie, honey.
Hey.
Oh shit. What's going on?
What's up, y'all?
Hey.
I think you are the first person to go up twice in the same season.
I know.
I think you were the first person.
Teddlie, real quick, thank you so much for coming. All y'all who don't know, Teddlie is one of the premier realtors or real estate agents in Dallas. But I also have to ask you a question, because I'm pretty sure that you answer a lot of hard questions anyway. I watched the reunion clip and I saw Astro say that he was the show.
Oh Lord.
And I wanted to know if you agree with that statement. And if you don't believe he is the show, then what is he?
You can't ask him.
It's so messy.
You know what? Damn, you came out the bat with this.
Productions first. Have we even said who up here?
Damn.
Our names are up here. I want to.
Damn, can a bitch get an introduction?
I'm really.
He's so fucking messy,
Okay, so now
I was just like, you don't have to answer that. That was just a joke. Go ahead.
But he's so messy.
I will say this. I love me some Astro. Astro, if there is a season 5, Astro must be on season 5. That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
I love Astro. He cool as hell.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But do you think he's the show?
Watch the reunion.
Because that shit was so funny. I am the show. I am the show.
I was like, he's the show, but I could have swore I haven't seen him on the last 3 or 4 episodes. But I was
you know what? Anyway, Mother of One, K-Star is not here because his ass did not read the damn message. He just agreed to do it, but didn't tell us that he got off of work in about 30 minutes. Hopefully he'll show up.
He may chime in.
Yeah, he could probably chime in.
I'm gonna try to drag this out as much as I can with a lot of questions. So I hope you can make them honestly. This ain't gonna be quick.
So, with that being said, Teddlie, can you let the people that's watching know why we're here today? Because I thought we had a week off until you DM me this morning. So let the people know why you're here, honey.
First off, I watched you guys' last review for the last episode of Chasing Dallas, and y'all had a topic or discussion about my marriage and how y'all think I moved fast and how in the world my divorce went the way it did. But here's the gag. I dated my ex before I married him almost 3 years. I lived in Dallas. He lived elsewhere in a different city. So we were dating long distance and going back and forth to each other for a long time. We actually knew each other for a while. We spontaneously did go get married. And we were married for a year. So I'll start off saying that part.
Which is why the song that I chose for the panel
Love.
tonight was the song that I chose. Okay, just to let y'all know. So, any questions or concerns on what he just said before we start? Any questions or concerns on what he's just said?
So
Okay,
was
so
it like a shotgun? Was it kind
I
of
got
like
a question.
What you say, Jamar?
I was like, was it like a shotgun wedding, spur of the moment? Like
No,
one
we actually just went to the courthouse, and then we actually were planning a ceremony celebration shortly afterwards, but we never got to that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, that would help explain kind of like what made it easier to do after only a year.
I wouldn't say it was easy, but that's what happened between us.
Got it. Okay.
Come on, Jeremy, because I know you ready to ask your
I
question.
got my
no, Tremel, like Tremel was before.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tremel. I'm sorry because I had to let Jeremy get. I was trying to let Jeremy get his out, honey, because he got a lot of questions, child. He want to tell.
Well, I just got one. I got one good question.
Mm-hmm.
Who you mad at on this panel?
You know what? I don't get mad easily like that. So I actually love y'all. Like, y'all keep my ass laughing. I watch y'all reviews all the time. Y'all actually one of my favorite reviews to watch. So I will kudos to y'all. Okay. So I ain't mad at nobody up here. Y'all do what y'all do.
We're gonna give you some good commentary then for next season then.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
We always
Not
give
black
good
men.
comments. We don't really be going in on him like that, though.
I mean, I did say one comment or two. I did say I do have a question. Now this has nothing to do with the match that you were talking about. Now that he brings that up, like I noticed when you're on the show, it kind of seems that you vibrate at a level around, like on the level of those that are around you. Like when I had first like had come into contact with your character on the show, like it was when you were hanging with Dior, and I was like, wow, they seem, so mature. They seem so, professional, so business savvy. They ain't with the BS. Then I saw you with Trey. Then I saw you like critiquing, DeAndre and his hoofs, and all of these other, and these other things like that. Then I saw you with Rob. Then I saw you kind of getting into the mess with Rob. Do you feel that, or has anybody ever told you that you kind of may seem that you can kind of align yourself or have the characteristics of those who you are around at the time?
Yeah, so here's the thing about me. That's just how I am in general. Like, I'm not just one-sided type of person. That is true. I adapt to my atmosphere. Bitch, if y'all turn up and want to get raw, talk to me crazy, I'm going to talk to y'all crazy back. If we in a calm atmosphere and everybody poised and got some damn class, I'm going to be that because that's naturally who I am. So, yeah, I do turn up according to the atmosphere I'm in. That's just who I am. I'm not just in one cocoon in one little box. Like, oh no, I'm fragile. I think a lot of people got the perception of me that I'm fragile. I won't do nothing. But at the end of the day, I react to the things that are around me and the people that's around me.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Anybody else have a question?
T, you had a question?
Who, me?
Yeah,
No, girl, I ain't have no damn questions. I just came up here to get the damn tea, girl. Look, I do have one question, Teddlie.
Yeah, go ahead and
Yeah,
ask it, child. You know you got a question.
Can you please explain to me exactly what the underlying issue is between you and George? Because
oh my God.
I don't know about everybody else. I'm still totally confused as to why he's so damn pissed at you. I'm totally confused as to why it was such this huge blow up. Like, is it really at a point or a level where y'all can't just talk and it could just be that? Like, do y'all have, or are y'all even enemies? Do you even consider him an enemy? Do you even think about him like that? Like, what's the Gaga feeling? Please explain to me what it is.
Okay, so as y'all saw on episode 2, I was mature enough to come up to him and say, hey, you got a minute, let's talk. I simply asked him, is there an issue? What's going on? His response was, there is no issue on my end. The issue seems to be on your end. Okay. So later on throughout the season, you guys see him constantly drag my name, throw unnecessary shade, continually bring you up in confessionals. It's like, while I was never bringing you up, I was never speaking on you. We was in the same atmosphere. I ignored your ass. You still threw shade. So, what it looks like to everybody else? Who has the
Well,
issue?
well, can I ask you a question? Because I did watch that episode before I got here.
Yeah.
Now there was a moment before that,
Oh,
before
you did, because you was
before
drunk when it came out.
Oh.
But was you drunk when you went before?
This ain't got nothing to do with the show. Thank
Okay, me
you.
being drunk ain't got nothing to do with the show. But
Go.
were you drunk? Were
You being
in
drunk is the
Detroit?
reason why you wasn't here last week. But go ahead.
Oh.
Oh, you mean last week when he had to come in? We had to come back and
Boy,
clarify.
ask the
his name?
question. Ask the
Okay.
question. Ask the question. Ask the
My question. Okay, my question. For I have two questions. So I remember
Ooh.
you said that you were with your husband, for 3 years before this, but and this is me quoting from what George says. So what, like, maybe is this before the husband or after George says you be fucking people?
Why you got your
having
glasses down?
having a new nigga and I believe he said every time you upload a picture on social media.
So that comment he made was during my divorce and after my divorce. So of course there were some dates I was going on casual dating, and then some of the people that were on my Instagram were friends. So like, you can't go judge people that I'm posting, random friends or guys that I'm posting, as somebody I'm intimately dealing with. That's whack as hell. That's weird. You watching every move that I make, what I do, and you just making assumptions. So I think a lot of that, what he said, was out of anger and just assumptions, and I really don't care at the end of the day. But I don't know. That is weird though. I think about that too. I'm like, all that came out of your mouth, but yet none of it made sense. None of it was true. So I don't know.
And then another question was like when he said, "But bitch, was I your real?" Stop. I'm really trying to. I'm really trying to ask these questions.
It's the glasses. It's the glasses.
because the text is really small, and I have bad eyesight. He said, "Bitch, was your friend when you were calling me all them nights, crying to me on the phone about all of them niggas." Who is like, do you recall that?
The only thing accurate about that statement was we did have conversations on the phone about my situation at the time, as a friend should. And I will give him his credit. He did, like, we discussed some things and my emotions, how I was feeling during that time of divorce. But I'll give him that credit. But crying and all that exaggeration, that didn't go on.
And you know what? Since Jeremy brought that up, and he brought this up on another laugh that we did, and I want to get your opinion on it. How did you feel seeing George basically run down the things that he may have did for you as a friend or done for you as a friend or so and so and so? And some people felt like Jeremy was reaching, but I understood where Jeremy was coming from, because it is kind of like, well, if we're really friends, I'm not expecting for you to be running down any or everything that we've done, because it's tacky. So when you saw him do that in that moment, what did you think?
It showed me his loyalty, because I truly believe when you are, whether you're on good terms with somebody or bad terms, that loyalty should stay where it is. If I'm not cool with you no more, I'm not gonna talk down on you. I'm gonna let it be what it is and move on about my life. And it seems to me that's not what he did. So it really shows somebody's true colors at the end of the day.
So when you said back to him, you said, "But how about the niggas?" Can you mute yourself, Scotty? Because you can't even control your laughter. Like I'm saying, when you said, "What about you with them niggas that you keep on going on them apps looking for and it don't work in the relationships, and you need to figure out how to get a stable relationship of your own?" What were you talking about? Like, what are you saying, that he constantly, strolls through the Jacked and the Grinder? And he's out here busting it open and stuff?
I was speaking facts. I mean, anything that I say is in retaliation to what you say to me. So I'm gonna give you the same energy you gave me. So if you want to hit below the belt, I'm gonna hit below the belt, but with facts. And at the end of the day, you can't just say anything to me and drag some shit out in the street that has nothing to do with the initial question I gave you, or the topic of discussion we're trying to have. So to me, when I initially asked you what's the issue, and then it went from it went left like that, then okay, then we can go there. But my true intention that night was to see, okay, what's the issue? Even though we had not spoke for like 2 months, and that was my first time seeing him in that time frame. And yeah, I probably could have picked the phone, and he could have picked the phone as well before that event. But neither one of us did that. So since I saw him, I figured I should ask him what's the issue if there was one.
Okay, so now there's well, first and foremost, is this real beef or is this just for the cameras?
No, it's real beef.
Oh,
Okay, so now that it is real, now that it is real beef, when he did say, that the reason that y'all had fell out was because you had stopped messing with the friend group or whatever the case may be. Can you elaborate on us what exactly is the real reason why you decided to, cut the friendship off and move on?
So the real reason on my end is, first off, when anybody goes through any kind of life situation or something in their life they're dealing with, if you're a true friend, you should realize, don't take it personal that he kind of stepped away from me and the rest of our friends. Because obviously, if I didn't just step away from you, but the group of friends, that means it's something personal that that person's dealing with. So let me have my time and space to figure out what's going on with me and my divorce, and don't take it personal. It's nothing. It's nothing against you. I mean, I still don't get that to this day. But instead, he took that and ran with it, and think that I was gonna be partying, hanging out still in the streets with them while I'm going through a divorce. I needed my time to regroup. I mean, that's what that was.
Okay. Okay, I see. So, do you think that it will ever be a time when you could, repair that friendship?
Absolutely not.
oh,
And why is that?
Because I think it's got too far. I said things, he said things, and then sometimes when people say things and do things, it's like you kind of see the true colors between the two of you, and it's kind of like it's really broken. It's not repairable.
Okay,
I
so
can
and do you
understand.
feel
Hold on, let me
okay,
ask
go
a
ahead.
follow up real quick. I just thought about, is it broken completely with the other members of the group outside of George?
What do you mean, bro, with other members?
He mentioned that there was a whole group of friends that you
Oh,
guys.
the other friend. So I actually see the other group of friends. I don't have a direct issue with them at all. Like, they didn't do anything to me, so I don't have an issue with them. Now, do they act funny towards me, or do they look at me weird? Yes, sometimes, but I pay it. I mean, I'm not desperate for friends. I have many friends, real friends, and so at the end of the day,
oh.
Mm.
I will always respect those who respect me. And when I see them, I keep it cute and say hey and keep it moving. I mean, it's nothing. Life goes on.
Carl, to answer your question, he already answered this question, but I'm gonna answer it for you. The question was, now how long you date that man before you married him? Now, he answered that question early on, and he dated that man 3 years before he
Yes,
married his pal. So
yes.
that's the main question Carl wanted to know.
Wait,
That's why
is
he's
he
so
talking
worried.
about that man that he was with at in the marriage too, or the man that was kissing him on the Instagram clip?
The man that he is
No,
married, that was married
Oh, okay.
to.
baby. And the man that was kissing me on Instagram clip, my light skinned friend Jamal, that's a good sis, honey. He was kissing me on my cheek. Like, we were out
Okay.
having a good time.
Now,
Oh,
since
Yeah.
okay. That's
since we're mentioning kissing on cheeks, there was a friend that you had to sit down with when it
Oh my
came
god.
to you talk. Come on, y'all. When it came to you talking about the new guy that you're in a relationship with, Master, I just want to say this.
No
I like
ass.
you. I like you. I like
Yeah.
Dior, and I like Lundy. I have my favorites on
Okay.
the show. Like, but I have questions. So
Please ask him. Please ask him.
so a lot of us, well, I don't know if it was a lot of us, but a few of us felt that there was some underlying sexual tension or some underlying, feelings that he may have had towards you. Have you guys ever experienced anything romantic between one another?
Who are you talking about? You talking about he had a light skinned guy on like episode.
Mark.
Oh my
He
God,
already
no.
know.
Oh no. So Mark, so the gag is Mark and I go like 15 years plus. That's like my big brother. So I have been there for him through thick and thin, support him with his music career, everything that he's doing now. He supports me, everything I do. We know each other family. Like, that's my hell no. Mm-mm. So, the funny thing is, I feel like he's an attractive dude. I'm attractive. People, the gay community, the kids think you see two gay guys together hanging out all the time or chopping it up. It's something going on. Like, no. Can I not have attractive male friends?
So why do you feel that he never likes any of the men that you bring around?
He's very territorial, very protective, and he's seen me go through what I went through, and so that's just how he is. That's his character.
Oh my god.
Tramel, go ahead.
Oh, I ain't had no question. I was just pointing to him. He was talking about he's the gays that think that cute people can't just be friends.
That's so crazy to me. That tells you how like
Look,
close-minded we
look,
are.
I gave this bitch a compliment by backstage, and she gonna throw. Look, y'all was feeling the same way. I was if it wasn't me, it had to be T as well. It was not just me. And another thing, y'all hoes up here lied because somebody in the comments confirmed that on a panel y'all did say that Atlanta was not coming back. I did not make that up.
I didn't say it. You said I said it.
All y'all was on the panel talking about. Nobody ever said that. They literally said actually Jeremy was not lying on the.
Well, baby, this ain't about Atlanta, and Atlanta is not over with. They're
bringing that
filming.
up. But I'm just saying I'm not the only one. I'm just the only one saying it right now. I don't care.
Oh, child, you just want to be right, honey. It's okay.
Teddlie, what's your sign?
Anyway,
That's serious.
Anyway, like I was saying, so I do have a question. Like, so when it comes to people,
I love fucking with Jeremy. It's so
always suspecting that you. Why do people suspect that you're always having sex with your friends? Because it came into another line of questioning when it came to the relationship between you and Line D. They were claiming that you and Line D were banging it up in a room too.
Exactly. Yes, exactly.
And then it made me feel that, it made me feel like the time that in order to be your friend, maybe they had to have sex with you at once or twice. Like, there's some maybe like an initiation process.
The honest truth, Line D is not even my type. That's the gag. But to answer your question,
why not?
Just not. To answer your question, so I'm 33 years old, okay? Mm-hmm. Jeff is in his early 20s, Trey is in his early 20s. Most of the cast are young that started all those rumors. So their mind state is in a different place than mine. And so the things that I have experienced in my friendships and relationships, they have not experienced that. So when they see somebody like myself have a bond with like Lon D and some of the more masculine guys, it don't click in their head that maybe it is just a friendship. So I guess maybe the maturity level of them thinking like that kind of fester to those thoughts. But
so you saying childish.
Yeah, it's very child. And the gag is when they would act me on camera, I'm like, child, no. And I was like, you want him? I think y'all love you want him. But no, like, that's the craziest shit though that I saw all season. Like people thinking that I had some kind of sexual relations with some of my friends, and they didn't even know who these friends were that I was posting on my social media. They were just assuming shit. It was just crazy. So,
okay, I do have a question that's gonna lead into another question. Can you fight?
Can I fight? I used to fight when I was younger, but I will say that with me being in the field that I am in, and I've accomplished things in my life. Mm-hmm. That's in my back. Tyrone is in my back pocket. Tyrone is my alter ego. Mm. But the looks, don't let the looks fool you. You don't think I'm a punk. I ain't gonna do nothing. I just play this whole white woman role on camera and in my professional life just to make things smooth. But bitch, don't touch me. We ain't gonna have no problem.
Now that leads me into my second question. Now there were several of us who like not only just on the panel, but also, people who were watching the show live that felt that maybe Rob had intimidated you or was kind of like pressuring or bullying you in some scenes, especially when he was in the house. When y'all had went to Dallas, I believe.
Yes.
Not Dallas, Houston. Yeah, Houston. Yeah. Y'all went to Houston and he pressed you near the stairwell and told you that you're fake, that you're a liar, that what was said on the phone was actually said on the phone and you were not being honest about that. Do you feel sometimes that, that it could come across as you being bullied because of how he speaks to you?
So when I watched that scene back, it did portray that. But Jamar, you was there, but in person.
Oh Lord Jesus!
In person. So for one, Robert was drunk as hell that night.
Oh,
secondly, ain't nobody bullying me. Ain't nobody gonna bully me. Point blank. Period. I just choose. It's the way I choose to respond to things. It may come off that way. Some things are not worth me even responding to. Some things I respond to him how I want to. But Robert and I are really good. Like we are cool, like close. And Robert know that he ain't gonna bully me. He can't bully me. And that night, I didn't feel bullied or threatened ever throughout the whole
But did
season.
you feel like he kind of put you on blast when he tried to pull you into that shade that he was trying to?
No, Robert was trying to be messy on purpose that night. He said that he was gonna start some shit that night too.
So do you believe it's only okay when he does it versus Trey?
It's not okay when nobody do it. I'm not taking sides, but
Mhm.
I believe that Robert is the type of person that's more passionate and more big on loyalty when it comes to certain things. And Trey has a different way of delivering things too. But I think both of them have ways of how they portray things, and they're two different people at the end of the day. So can't really judge neither one of them.
Okay. And speaking of loyalty, you are close with Rob. Do you have like a friendship with Dior?
Somewhere, yeah. I mean, we've been in the same social scenes and we've been in the same places. Yeah, Dior is very cool.
Okay, and I guess I'm asking from your vantage point of being from the inside versus us being from the outside in. You just said that Rob believes in a lot of loyalty, but we saw Rob drag Dior, for a majority of the beginning of the season when it came to, I guess, quote unquote, his brother. And I wanted to know, do you feel that maybe Dior was not loyal to him, or maybe did Rob have a reason to drag the hell out of Dior the way that he was doing?
I can't really speak much on that because I wasn't internally in that situation. But what I can say is that I see a lot of me in Dior, meaning Dior seems to be the person that takes on a lot for everybody. He's like the backbone for a lot of people, and a lot of people talk to him, confide in him. So I think sometimes when you're that person, you get exhausted sometimes, and you don't really you feel exhausted. You need a break. You don't always want to be available for everybody all the time. You get exhausted. So I think in his defense, that's probably what it was. But again, I can't really speak much on that situation.
Okay. Well, Carl is here now.
Okay, Carl.
So what you got to ask him,
Hi,
child?
y'all. I just got here. I had to make me a little lunch, bitch. A lot going on. What's up, Teddlie? You doing all
What's
right?
up?
Everything chilling? Let me turn my shit so I can look like
up?
everybody else. Okay, I'm turned. All right. So my question is, like, did y'all all know each other like before y'all got on the show? Or did y'all all just meet when y'all got there?
So I knew who did I not know? I didn't know Astro, I didn't know Jet, and I didn't know Sean. Everybody else I knew.
Okay, so just from the scene or something like that.
Yep.
Okay. Because a lot of times as I was watching, I didn't know if like beef was like being staged or not. So that's why I kept asking them questions. Because like it was like some of the arguments was like, child, is they for real right now? Or is it just something y'all doing because the screen going on?
Child, everything y'all saw this whole season was real as shit. Like real. Ain't nothing fake, nothing made up. So I pretty much knew everybody, everybody OGs. I knew everybody that was on previous seasons. Just because I've been around the same circle. I think I'm known in Dallas. So yeah, I've known a lot of the people.
It's just eating his lunch for me.
Okay,
look, it's been a long time. Okay.
What you eating?
So meatloaf and macaroni.
Oh, okay.
I am so weak.
Yeah, delicious.
So I guess I do have more questions. So
You guess?
Do you have a question, Scotty?
No, go ahead.
You have a question, Fred?
Go ahead.
Okay, so my next question is in regards to DeAndre. So that night that DeAndre was at, was it the showcase? Was it at the single? Was it the single drop or the showcase? I believe it was a showcase.
Which one? What was the scene? You got to refresh me. What was the scene?
It was the one when you pointed out that he was wearing Tom.
Oh, that was Astro's event. Astro's.
Okay, Astro's
yeah,
event. I could have swore that was a showcase. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a showcase because it had other people on the flyer.
It was Astro. He brought people from his hometown in and like a big performance thing that night.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, I see. But like I guess I was a little bit taken aback because I didn't really view you in doing that. But like, what was the reason that you decided to start shading the hell out of DeAndre? What did DeAndre do to you?
Well, I didn't think it was really being shady. For one, it was cold that night. Okay. really, really cold. And keep in mind, we had just made, I think he had just like apologized to me or something like at the color party, like a couple episodes before that. So in my head and his head, we were good at that point. But although all the shade, all the shit he was talking about before, I had put up with it. Okay. So that one night when I made the comment about his time, I was like, you know, it's kind of cold out here for you to be having time zone, child. Like, it's cold. And I did say that it probably did come off shady. And I said it and I owned it, but I also apologized to him afterwards. It just wasn't caught on camera. I said, my bad if I came off shady, child. That was not my intention. And that was that. So yeah, I mean, it was, to me, it wasn't a big deal, but it is what it is.
Well, considering all of the shade that
Exactly.
DeAndre has threw to all of the cast, majority of it unwarranted, did you really feel as though you owed him an apology, considering as though you really didn't even mean it that way? No way. So or was it just, I'm just gonna be nice, so this bitch should leave me alone. Let me go ahead and apologize.
So in the back of my head, I was like, after he apologized to me at the color party, I was like, I don't believe this is sincere anyway. But that night, I was like, I really saw him being cool and vibing with everybody, and I was like, okay, I'm not trying to start no mess. So I don't want to do that. That's why I apologize.
Okay, so another question is like when it does come to that night, did you apologize because of the way he may have felt, or because in alignment with Sean and Trey also throwing shade at DeAndre, it kind of lumped you in and make it look like y'all all were picking on him?
I ain't a part of nobody when they throw their shade their way. But I apologize for my own sake, like my sanity, because I knew what my intentions were, and that was not really to be messy and petty.
Right. So I have another question. So when it comes to you and Lundy, when Lundy had called and said that he was not coming because he felt that, it was some sucking fuckication going on up in the room. What did you think about that? Like, did you agree, or did you feel that he was lying? Like, how did that make you feel? Because you were also around Dior and Kesey when they said that they were not doing anything together, but the way and the comfortability that he had when he was talking to you guys about it was sounding like it was a conversation that you guys all had before. So did you believe him? Do you believe that he had a reason as to not to come and want to stay in that room? Did you believe that was valid?
I know Lon. I know how he is. Whether they were talking or not, Lon likes his own space in general. So let me start there. Then on top of that, that whole situation or the gossip had just started. It was still going on. So he just didn't want to be in that space in the same room with those two if they were in the same room. So that's pretty much what it really was. It wasn't really to be messy.
But who told him that they were going to be in the same room?
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember.
Now, another question. So when you and George had, got into it, outside of the building, and he started, throwing out all of these things at you, what do you feel that anger is coming from? Because it really does seem that he has a lot of hurt and pain towards you. What do you?
It's like y'all used to fuck or something. I mean, that's just what it gave. That's what it gave to me. This is just an opinion. Okay,
wow.
Throwing it out there. But go ahead.
No realness. George will always have a special place in my heart. No, regardless of all the drama. I really think that he was hurt that I did distance myself from him when I was going through my divorce. I think he felt neglected in a way of like not understanding why I took my space and why I was, in my own little world. And I think that's more what it was. He was hurt because of that. And I mean, I get it. I understand to this day, but there was no need for the way it went when I asked him a simple question of what's the issue. We could have talked it out as mature adults then, but it went left. I matched the energy that I was received. And that's what happened.
So when he
hold on. Let me ask something.
Turn your camera on.
What? Okay, we can't.
So I just want to piggyback off of that George situation. So do you think that George was just probably just a little teensy bit upset and maybe a little bit justified because you said you need to take time away from your marriage and then he see you popping up with men's.
That's nope. That is not even correct because even when I was going through my divorce, there was a time where I was not dealing with anybody. I didn't want to date anybody. I was really not even out socially. So that's false. Like that.
Okay.
He said all that after it was a certain point in my life where I was getting over the divorce phase and I was kind of like at the end of that part.
But you still didn't talk to him.
No, but he was still watching my Instagram and social.
Oh my God.
All
So
right.
refresh my memory because I thought when y'all were at the amusement park, remember everybody was doing, the little ride thing and you and George are out there. I swore that y'all had a conversation like a come to Jesus. Am I just remembering that incorrectly?
Did the camera capture it?
I don't remember.
Well,
I could have
production may have some footage behind the scenes, maybe if we did, but I don't. As far as I can remember, I don't remember speaking to him.
Oh.
Okay.
I was blended against the wall with the cement, the concrete, so I don't remember.
So,
Well, listen, let me ask you this. Considering, first of all, considering that you're there and you're a castmate, I really want your honest answer with this. Do you give two deviled eggs fucks whether or not Kesey and Dior hunched and munched, screwed and do bump pussies and all that?
Let
Do
me be
you give
honest
a
with
damn?
y'all. Let me be honest with y'all. Some of the viewers can attest to this about me when they see me on the show. When the cameras come off, I don't give a fuck about what's going on with these people. I have a life outside of chasing reality. I had a life before it. I have a life when the cameras go off. I am grateful for the platform, but I don't sleep and go to sleep thinking about, oh my God, what happened on camera? Oh my God. The cameras go off, baby, okay. Life resumes.
Do you believe there's some that do?
Yes, absolutely, yes.
Who are they?
I'm not saying that.
Okay. but dragging back to what we were talking about with George. George had also brought up a very interesting thing. He said, hold on.
Come on, you better have these notes.
Yeah, put the glasses on, child.
He said, bitch, the only reason you are here is because I left. And you were supposed to come onto this show and be my friend, and we were supposed to create your storyline, bitch. How about that? So what about that?
Comedy of it.
Was that true? Like, can you give us a little bit of background?
Oh my God.
All I have to say is that's false. Production knows that, and Daryl knows that. Everybody else on everybody on the judge panel, when I went through the audition process and applied, everybody knows that's false. There was a time where previous seasons where George and I were friends, and he wanted me to come on as a friend to film with him previously. But as it pertains to season 4, he is not the reason why I am here.
Okay.
That's what he's probably talking about.
So what do you feel would make him want to say that?
Just
what do you think he got that from?
Just to be nasty. Relevancy.
I just want to add, like, I ain't saying none of this. This is not me saying this, because let me tell you, I can read, but I don't know if I'm at a George level yet.
I'm honestly answering these questions to what I think. I may be wrong, but it gives what it gives to me, and I'm gonna say how I feel about it.
Okay, so when George, I forgot do any of you guys remember who George was talking to on the I guess I should ask Jamar, do you know who he was talking to on the vacation that they took to Houston when he was opening up about the friendship that he had with Teddlie?
Trey.
Trey. Okay, that he was it was Trey. So how what, like, when he was saying that you kept on calling him about that nigga, and all of it, like, all of the rest. Like, my question is, like, what is he talking about? Like, what were you venting to him about?
The nigga that I was divorcing. So all that nigga, there was not that many niggas in the picture, to be honestly, to be honest.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I watched that back and I was like, what? The only truth to that was, yeah, we vented as friends about my divorce, about that one individual, which was my ex-husband at the time. There's no reason to bring up nobody else at that time with him. No.
Okay. And since you're a new cast member, I knew that you seem so much different than everybody else. Like, what did you want to bring? What did you want to bring that was going to be different than everybody else brought?
What y'all see? Some class.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm too tipsy for this.
All right. So you said that you were gonna bring class to the show.
Jeremy will be
So,
being bought
let me correct that. Let me say this.
I ain't
Let me
giving
say
Barbara Walters.
I told y'all I had questions. Like, these are
So
questions
let
that
me
I
say
had.
this. I never seen anybody in real estate. I never seen anybody. I was like, where's the corporate guy? Where's somebody who's not in music, who doesn't do makeup, who doesn't style, who doesn't something different in the work atmosphere? Like, I was like, okay, and that would be me. I was like, I want to see somebody like myself on this platform. And that's what made me want to audition and get on the show, not through somebody else. So that's why I'm here. So.
You were going to be
I like what you contributed to the show. Like, I love the bougie essence because I feel like I don't like up until I had seen you, I didn't really have anybody to relate myself to on the cast because it was definitely giving rare energy, and I just don't. I'm not about
You bougie?
Yes.
I just say somebody I can relate to. If that's how you feel.
Here's the thing. I wouldn't even define myself as bougie. I just like what I like. I carry myself in a certain way. And that's just what it is.
But do you agree that you're the bougie auntie that they keep on calling you?
If they want to call me that, I'm here. But I listen. I'm very down to earth. I get along with everybody. I'm not I don't start trouble. I'm not about foolishness. I'm a down to earth person. I'm not snobby with nobody. Anybody who knows me personally can attest to that.
So when George was saying, this person who you're being, on the camera, he said that, oh, they'll love that. They'll love that, whatever the case that was.
Mm-hmm.
When he was saying that, it was kind of like he was alluding that you were being fake and that that we were seeing.
Me speaking up and standing up to him, because if y'all know previous seasons, he gets into it with a couple of people and tries to bully a couple of people verbally and throw shade and shade people all the time. And I wasn't letting that happen that particular night on episode 2.
Okay, so when you were his friend, did you usually often see him bully a lot of his other friends or, try to dominate his other friends?
I wouldn't say amongst the friends that we had, I would see him have issues with other people and talk to them in a certain way. And it was sometimes unnecessary, the same way that he tried to do with me. But when you throw shade, have a reason for it. Don't do it to be ugly, try to be a mean girl all the time.
And you feel that after he moved, and this is because I still remember what you had said. You had said that after he moved to Atlanta, you said, don't turn into a rotten peach. When you said that,
I take offense.
Okay, I'm like, now why is Atlanta in it?
That's what he said. I'm only asking what he said. He said, don't turn into a rotten peach. And you had said, humble yourself. And, I guess, are you saying you noticed a difference after he moved to Atlanta versus when he was out there hanging out with you?
I don't know about that, but what I can attest to is when I said humble yourself, I meant that because it's one thing to be very confident within yourself, but it's another thing when you try to diminish other people and their character and talk down on people and say things that are false and pick at people that have done nothing to you. Not talking about me particularly, but things that I've heard him say about other people. Once he gets to a certain place in his life, or you feel like you're doing this now, you're getting this exposure now, like humble yourself. Remember who you were before all of this, and just humble yourself.
Well, hell, who was he?
That's a fair question.
You see his face, he ain't got nothing to say. Oh,
What he one of them burial people?
Next question, Tamika.
Burial people. Tremel.
He was.
Tremel, what is the burial people?
he talking about
The
the
mortician, wasn't
the
he?
little funeral home.
Oh, not Favorite Park's funeral home.
Teddlie said next question to me.
Lord. Here's the question. Were you expecting him to show up at the crew lounge, or did you kind of have like an inkling that he might show up?
I had an inkling he was going to show up.
I got a
did y'all
question for that
notice
too.
this is a question for y'all. Did y'all notice how I sat there and didn't pay him no mind, but then the green screens came on? Yeah. Starts talking. So it's like, who has the issue all this season? No explanation,
George.
no clear. Who has
Well,
the issue?
Well, it do come across like George is the one with the issue.
Yeah,
It's giving Nene and Cynthia.
Maybe he just missed you.
Well, look, how did you feel about seeing him show up down to the reunion? No shade, George. You know I love you to pieces, but I ain't understand why the hell you was at the reunion. So I mean no shade, friend, but I still don't get it. So how did you feel about him even showing up down to the
Oh
reunion?
my God.
Well, he was considered a part of the cast. I love the suit.
Not beautiful gown.
I'm
Right,
too tipsy
beautiful
for
guy.
this. I'm too tipsy for this.
Was he standing over you yelling when he got up at the reunion clip preview?
Yeah.
Yeah, so y'all only seen the preview, of course. So there's more to see.
Mm.
Can I order one of those emoji things that said Toodles?
Oh, I got some for you. I can send you some.
Okay. So I have another question. So okay, does
Damn.
anybody else have questions?
I didn't say nothing.
I don't want to stop y'all.
Okay?
I didn't say shit. Ask the question. I didn't
No,
say
I'm
nothing.
saying because like the comment section, they're saying like I'm asking a lot of questions. I was like,
I don't have a problem with you getting your Gail King on, child. If you got a question,
I'm just like these are
shit.
all questions that I've been
I
having
love these questions.
ever since I've been watching this show, which was
Definitely like it.
I'm here for it.
I mean, Markel didn't have no issue with you asking all them damn questions, so go ahead. When he came up here, so go ahead.
Make the next one a real good one. Dig deep, bitch.
So
I got one. I'm gonna start it off and then you can just follow. You ready?
Okay, go ahead.
Was anybody fucking in that damn house?
Well, I'll say this. My room was downstairs. Well, a couple of people's room was downstairs.
I think there were only 2, 3.
I don't know what they was doing. I was minding my business. I was reading my Bible and went to sleep each night. So I don't know.
Not the Bible.
Right.
Did you think that house was haunted?
Right.
Child, did I? So it was one night I had just walked out the bathroom. I closed the door and the door like popped back open.
Oh.
And I was like, did I not close the door all the way?
up.
Yeah, I was like, did I not close the door all the way? But I closed it back and I got in the bed and it opened right back up. So yes, it was
So
haunted.
like you had your own bathroom there?
Yeah, I had the biggest room there. I guess
Okay.
the king, whatever it was.
Why did Trey want to take your room?
I guess he was confused that night.
Or like so how close are you and Trey?
Trey, you know what? What I admire about Trey is that he's so passionate about his fashion and passionate about what he does. And he likes to try to clarify everything and clear up everything when he can, when it's really not warranted. Sometimes in life, you have to just do you and not explain nothing to the people. And I see a lot of growth in him, and I love that about him.
When did you see the growth?
Since, you know,
when did you? I'm saying like what point did you see that growth?
I mean, filming with him
Shady.
throughout the season.
Ain't shady.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm saying like it seemed that to me towards the ending of the season, it seemed that he even started to make more mess, and he was even alluding that Kesey and Dior needed to be in the same room, even though both of them kept on saying that was not the case. Then he almost got into a physical altercation with Rob, and may or may not have got his ass whooped.
So what I think is Trey should be the next guest y'all interview.
Who?
Trey should be the next person y'all interview. Y'all should bring him on up if y'all haven't already. Ask these
And
questions.
we should bring Sean.
Oh yeah, Sean would be a good one. I love Sean.
I have a lot of questions.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
And Rob.
Rob is a key. Yes.
Now, so I have I guess this is like a speed round of my questions. So who would you say you're the closest to on the cast and the least closest to on the cast?
That's easy. The least closest. DeAndre.
Wait, is he even a part of the cast still?
He was at the reunion.
Was he?
Professionals.
Yeah, he was there.
Did you not see him get beat up?
I think we all did.
DeAndre, I'm talking about at the reunion. Was anybody throwing hands at the reunion?
He can't tell you that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can't tell y'all all that now.
Can you tell us backstage?
No.
Don't say that on camera.
Not in the live.
This is not G Hustler. He can answer himself.
And let me get you straight right now. Let me get you straight right. This is definitely not G Hustler, because honey, they have rules and regulations over there at the Chasing Reality brand. They cannot talk about certain things.
We cannot
G
discuss.
Hustler, we talk about whatever the fuck.
Yes, y'all did.
Better asking us questions. Honey.
I'm asking questions because I don't know.
He
I don't
can't
know if y'all
answer
have
those.
confidentiality agreements.
They have that over there.
So, like, I'm saying,
Chasing is a brand.
basically like,
They have
is this
that.
just like Housewives but gay? Is this
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
G Hustler is like
We was loving hip hop.
I've been trying to figure out, necessarily what this is. You know what I'm saying? Because
Y'all definitely
I've
love
never
hip-hop.
seen anything like this before.
They Atlanta Housewives.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, because
We loving hip hop.
So
I'm tickled.
do you feel that you had any wrongdoing in the breaking up of the friendship between you and George?
I think mutually we both did, because I say that because there, like I said earlier, there was a time where he could have picked up the phone and I could have picked up the phone and called. We could have called each other and see what was going on. The phone works both ways, so I think it was a mutual thing.
But you said, but I guess I'm a little bit confused by that, because if you said that you had kind of pulled contact, and he was hurt because he wanted to reach out to you, but I guess you weren't reaching back.
No, there was a time it was a time where we just really mutually stopped talking. And I don't know if that was just for me not coming around them socially or just in general. I don't know. But like I said, we still could have had a conversation over the phone.
Okay, so you said that you just stopped hanging around with them because you were going through the stuff with your, with your husband. But after you got to that point, were you already hearing news of him talking shit, and that's what made you want to decide to stop messing with him, or you just never picked up with the friendship again? Then he got mad.
So the gag is, I was hearing things being said. I even heard that he went and befriended my ex-husband and was trying to get information about what was going on during the divorce. So, yeah.
Oh, yikes! So
he was just checking on you. That's all.
He was just making sure you okay.
I want to say, like Nene Leak said, you never win when you play dirty.
Oh. Okay, so here's my question. Why they saying that you got many men? I don't see nothing wrong with you having many men. I'm intrigued by that, honestly. But why they say you got many? Shut up, Jamar. Why they say you got many men?
How
You put it in your hair lets me know that you got something on your mind. But anyway, why they say you? Why the hell they all be saying that you got many men? Because in the words of K. Michelle, they think they think you love them, but apparently you love them all in their opinion. So why they say that?
I don't love them all. So apparently it started the rumors. It was kind of like a joke at first, but it was Jet Jeff, Trey, and Robert. They started a joke. It was mainly Jet Jeff and Trey seeing people being posted on my Instagram, and these were like my good Judies, like my friends who I consider like my sis. We all go out and hang out. They were friends, so they would see random guys on my Instagram and immediately assume that they were more than friends. And then when we start filming, they'd be like, "Oh, girl, I seen you out with that." Da, 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 da. And I'm like, "Wait, what, bitch?" And so it started like that. And I still have messages in my inbox where Jet would see the postings I would make and inbox and be like, "Oh, girl, he cute. Who is that?" So even then, he was trying to fish for information when I was posting my friends on my social media, and he would just assume things, and that's how the rumors got started about many men. And so I kind of just went along with it and started laughing it off because I wasn't addressing it then and there while we were filming.
I understand. I mean, Tramiel and Jamar like love to let the
Don't
people
throw that.
know
Don't
that
throw my
I
name
have
out
a
there
love.
like that. I did not do that. I never did that.
The crazy thing is people
Shut up, Jamar. Shut up.
people who are really my friends, each person I post on my Instagram, people know who they really are. And if you read the captions, I have never said, "Oh, this is my man." No, like these are good Judies, and like I call them sis and stuff that we all hang out. We're a group of friends.
I mean, it's easy to mistake it. Like Scotty posts a lot of
Yeah.
niggas. That's why he want to ask him the question.
What?
But go ahead.
Child.
Here y'all go. Trying to say I got many men. Here y'all go. Here y'all go again.
I didn't try to say it. I did say it.
See, that be the bullshit.
Because to be honest with you, as y'all saw, the only guy that I had dealings with on the show was the young man that was on 2 episodes with me. And that was pretty much like while I was going through my divorce, Malcolm. But then that didn't last too long. And then after that, I kind of was just doing my own thing. I was kind of in my own little bubble. And as y'all see recently now, I'm with someone, but I've always known him as a friend, and I was introduced to him back in the day. But that festered to what it
How
is now.
long were y'all friends?
Who, the one that I'm with now?
Yeah.
I've known him on and off for about a year.
Was he for us? Okay. I do have another question.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to them bringing up your dating, like I guess a lot of people would take more of an agitated approach when somebody is creating just rumors straight out of thin air. Like, so at what point, would we need to see you step in? Like, what's the line that you absolutely won't let be crossed on this show? Because a lot of people would have like got slapped, for even bringing up the fact that you possibly could have been messing around with Londi, or that you have all of these men, in different area codes, whatever the case may be. But you just you just took that to the chin and just moved on. Like, so what's that line for you?
So something about me is that when I know something's not true, a rumor, I don't even put energy into defending myself, because if I know something's not true, I'm not giving these hoes my energy to explain that. Also, I'll speak on the Lon D situation. Lon D actually has a whole man. I have a great relationship with his man. I'm cool with his man. Like, we have all hung out together. So that's the gag that people don't even see behind cameras. So all this shit that they were saying, it was so false. But to answer your question, there is no, I guess that my breaking point would probably be calling me out my name, like, "Oh, he's a hoe," or this or that, or something of that nature, maybe. But not even that. That don't even bother me. When you get a certain age in your life, there's a lot of shit that really don't bother you when you know there's no truth to it.
So basically all of the things that George was doing.
Pretty much. I don't give life or death situations.
I got a question.
Go ahead. Why are you not on camera?
Because I got to lay up in the bed with my charger, honey.
Go ahead.
So my question is, just piggybacking off of what you just said. So if Lundy had this man behind the scenes this whole time, why did he not mention said man when your name came up as y'all being a couple or dealing with each other? Why didn't he just say, I got a man?
That's a Lon D question. I don't know.
And
But
how do
what I will say is that his man is very supportive of him being on this platform. Him and his man, they're very secure with each other. So Lonnie's kind of like me when it comes to that situation. It was very little that he had to say to defend himself about that because we both knew it wasn't true.
So why was he? Never mind. That is a question for him. Because I was about to say, why was he so quick to throw Kesey and Dior up under the bus if he's so secure with his own stuff and he don't want to talk about it? He don't want to talk about it. It's not true.
So how do you feel? So how do you feel now? Because you've been very open about your relationships and things like that, but we didn't even know that he had a man, and that wasn't even mentioned on camera. Do you feel that transparency is something that all of the cast members should have?
No, not necessarily, because everybody's different. For Lon, I know his man is very private. And so I understand that. I mean, I understand that. So I can't really project what others should do, what they should portray. And to be honest with you, another reason why I wanted to get on the show was to display me going through a divorce and how to bounce back from that and still balance life, balance your career, and be a boss still, and don't let things like that deteriorate you from life. So I was courageous enough to show that and walk in my truth and live in my truth.
Okay. Somebody also said Londi mentioned having a boyfriend in his first scene episode, if I remember correctly. Did y'all remember that? And any of y'all who watched the show?
I don't recall, but
I don't even remember Lundy popping up until episode 3 or 4. So I don't even remember.
Yes, I did, because
we could have all missed it.
Yeah,
we could all.
Yeah, episode 3 is where they captured him and I sitting down. He first
I'm
was
so
brought
tipsy,
in.
y'all don't have no
And
idea.
I had invited him to the color party. So yeah, I think that's like episode 3.
Okay, so
hold on, wait. Let me get this one. Let me go camera. Who was the man that DeAndre was trying to say that Sean was sleeping with at the crew lounge? Because remember,
Malcolm.
Oh, okay. Because
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what man are you talking about? Because
Malcolm.
The guy that I was dating.
That's the guy he was dating on the show.
Yeah.
That's the guy that they were referring to.
So do you know if that's true or not?
So Sean and I have had conversations off camera, and I knew some things way before, which led to why him and I didn't work out.
So, and like I'm just going talk around this. It's a possibility that while y'all were in a relationship, that you did not know that he may or may not have allowed Sean to bust on his face, like DeAndre said. That's what DeAndre.
No. I think you're talking about.
Excuse me?
Yeah, you're talking about something else. That comment that Sean made busting on somebody's face, that was something between DeAndre
and Sean.
DeAndre said it to you.
No. What they talking about, and I know I'm tipsy, but I know what I heard. What they talking about is Sean said that in the I don't think you saw the reunion preview yet, but Sean said that to DeAndre in the reunion preview when he said, "I'll bust on your nigga face." That's what he said.
I'm talking about when they were at the crew lounge. And
I know what you're talking about, but I'm telling you what they think you're talking about. But I know what you mean.
Yeah. But like he said that Sean was either sitting or busting on a nigga that he was messing with face on his man's face.
What they said was they tried to fabricate that Sean had dealings with Malcolm or his friend had dealings with Malcolm, which his friend did have dealings with Malcolm. That's what we're talking about.
Okay, I could have swore that he had said that Sean had sex with you.
And this is before Malcolm and I worked together, like got serious.
Okay, so he just saying like you just didn't. It was kind of like a Tammy Evelyn type of thing.
I guess you want to call it that.
Okay, so now I do have a question. So what? Go ahead.
Oh no, I said we know. You had a question. We know. Go ahead.
So like. What did you want to bring? Like, so what did you bring this season? And what do you want to bring like next season that like, that differs from what you brought this season?
So I definitely want to show more behind the scenes of the real estate side of things. I want to show more of my HOA management stuff. I'm actually branching off to commercial real estate. So I'll be actually dealing with business buildings and things like that, commercial sites. Also more family. So my family lives all in Houston. So I want to show like me maybe going back and forth to Houston or when they come visit me. Things like that, more of my business side. I think my love life was the topic of discussion when it came to me.
That's a good question. Let me turn my camera on. What's up? Y'all making dinner? But let me tell y'all.
What?
Okay. Let me
What you
tell.
making, first of
I
all?
thought you
Oh,
just
I
ate.
made this little mac and cheese thing. It's so delicious, you know. But anyway, it's what do you think the reason was behind the fact that we didn't get a lot of that? Because you've been a new type of person, like you said, you get a lot of rappers and singers and models and all that stuff, and you have somebody that's giving something different, but you're not showing that because you know the last episode we got 8 events in 1 fucking hour, and I'm trying to figure out why we didn't get that, and they weren't spread across the season. Why do you think they didn't get that type of information? You think nobody would watch it, nobody cared about it,
No,
or
I just think that we had a large cast. So shout out to Markel and production. I mean, they were spread thin, trying to capture everybody. Everybody was so eager to showcase everything because they knew that we were
do
coming
you
to the.
think everybody was needed?
So we were getting to the end, and I think that everybody was trying to showcase what they wanted to showcase. It was a rush for time, and so uh, I think everybody's talented on this platform. But again, I didn't get the opportunity because it's just so many people. And then also, I had a lot of shit going on behind the scenes that just couldn't get filmed. Like I can't be at a closing table with cameras in there, or I can't be some open houses I couldn't be in there with certain prospect buyers or other brokers trying to film. So
Mm.
things like that.
Okay.
But if
Well, I
I
feel
come
like
back
people are
next
needed.
season, if there is another season, you will see a lot of more my entrepreneur side, a lot of
Mm.
my other things in real estate.
Mm.
Will
Okay,
you bring
period.
the man on?
What's one word that you would use to describe each of your castmates?
Hold on, wait, I want to get that. Will you bring your new
Okay, I'm
man?
sorry.
Okay, so you gotta name each one, and I'll give you a name.
Okay, but no,
Mm.
Jamar said he had something.
Oh, go ahead, Jamar.
Would you bring your new man on to the new season?
If he wants to come.
Don't do it, Miss Teddlie.
If he wants to come, I don't know.
Do
I
it.
mean, here's the thing about me. I'm very open. I don't have a problem. Like what I share, my life is, I don't have nothing to hide in my life. I'm not perfect Patty, okay? So at the end of the day, if he wants to, then so be it. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
They want to know, are you going to help DeAndre get Crew Dallas started?
That's already started. Just not by him.
Lord have mercy.
Okay, so you said each cast member, DeAndre,
Confused,
Jet
Damn.
Jeff,
spicy,
Astro,
ooh, funny,
okay, Londi,
supportive.
okay, Kesey,
Naked.
Mysterious, quiet,
okay, Dior,
father,
rapper.
passionate.
Did you say penitentiary? I'm just
I
kidding.
did not say that.
I'm
That's
just
not-
kidding. I'm just playing. Okay. What about
Just messy.
Messy boots.
because he always talk about he been to jail before. But okay. And then what about I always forget. Okay, Sean. Keyshawn.
Blunt,
Okay, and Kiki.
mother.
Now that we're talking about Kiki, because I completely forgot about her and her presence on the show.
I told you.
I really did, because that's why we haven't asked any questions about it. But how did you feel when everything went down at the Crew Lounge and she had brought up that she had left y'all there and didn't tell y'all because like the people, I guess, at that was near the door was calling y'all all types of explicit words.
I understood her 100%. Number one, Houston's my hometown, so I knew Crew Lounge and what it gives in the area what it gives. So I can understand being who she is and what she is. why she's so fearful, especially after hearing what she heard. So I get it. Like, it's too much crazy shit happening these days, and so I understand it 100%.
Okay, so I guess my next question. So you don't have a problem with her just leaving y'all there, like, and possibly something could have happened to y'all.
No, and no, because we are all grown men at the end of the day. We didn't have to be there individually. We didn't have to be there. So just like she left, we could have left too when we wanted to.
Okay, I see. Anybody else have Kiki questions?
Mm.
I like how
No?
you run the whole panel tonight. It's cute.
I am not running the panel. I'm just asking because I've never really watched this show before. This is all new for me, so they knew I was gonna have a lot of questions because like I didn't even know, like that's why I was saying to Tremel, like this isn't G Hustler, because like I didn't know that the shows run the same. I didn't know that the both shows have confidentiality agreements. I thought that was strictly something that they just did with G Hustle.
We do.
Hell, who said they had them? Them ghetto ass bitches over there. Shit, you can find out all the tea. You ain't gotta watch the show. Just get on their lives, child. You ain't gotta watch it. Hell, they gonna spill all the tea on that.
Oh.
Andrew.
I'm tipsy.
No comment.
But for real, I really do appreciate you coming and wanting to clear up anything that you heard on the last review, whatever the case may be, because it really did allow all of us to really get a lot of our questions out, because I've been having these questions rest on my heart for like the last 8 episodes that I've watched.
Oh God!
You sure?
Yeah, these questions made me like you more.
Huh?
You don't have no more?
We like you.
Do I have any more? I feel like I will after this reunion.
Oh yeah, you probably. Oh yes.
So if you want to come back again, that would be really nice. I would like.
I will say this. When you watch the reunion and see what I give or how I react, it's a result of me being quiet the majority of the season and waiting to this point to clear up some shit and let it loose at that point. So when you see,
so you activated.
I'm activated.
Ooh. So is George one of the people that you may have let loose on?
He can't talk about that. You still not listening. You is not listen. You is not a listening ass girl. I'm gonna need for you to learn.
Listen, what you're not gonna do is like tear me down and beat me down on this. Anyway, but like I said, I really do appreciate you coming and like allowing all of us to ask our questions. Like I really do.
This was fun.
I loved it.
I want to know, because it's going to have nothing to do with the show, but just because I lived in Houston for about 6 years, if there was like a Chase in Houston to extend over there, who are like a couple of people that you would want to nominate or recommend for the platform?
For Houston?
Mm-hmm.
Like just in general, or just on the Dallas cast to go to Houston?
In general.
In the Houston area.
In the Houston area.
Moda. Y'all know who Moda?
I'm supposed to know who these people are that he brings up.
So I'm actually good. So I actually
probably not.
Okay.
But I would
think. Hold on, let me think. That's a hard one. Anthony from Bad Boys Club, but that'd be a step down for him probably. No shade. I'm just saying because I actually know Anthony. We're cool. Like I know.
I mean, it's better than getting jumped for episodes on end, So.
Yeah. I don't know. I have a couple other friends in Houston that are on the scene that. Yeah. Those two, though, I would say.
I think they should do a Chase in Houston, though. I think that would be entertaining.
I just want Houston to get a show because every time they try to do a show in that city,
right, every time they try to get a show, it don't never come out.
Yeah,
like I was waiting on loving Hip Hop Houston. I was waiting on it, and it didn't come.
Johnny Blaze and them other Ratchetries people.
Yeah, Johnny Blaze ruined loving Hip Hop Houston.
Yeah, my cousin was on there, but he Kirko Bangs. I don't know if y'all know who that is, but
drinking my cousin.
I've had like 5 years.
Yes, Kirko.
Yeah, that's
wait, your cousin is Kirko Bangs?
Yes. Somebody gonna tell me, somebody down here Talking about a damn chasing Jackson. I said, first of all, ain't nobody coming to Jackson.
Jackson.
Number two, I said, first
We
of all,
need a
nobody's
chasing Detroit. Chad.
nobody's
Chasing
coming to
Detroit.
Jackson. And number two, I am not doing it. So don't do that.
Why?
Detroit to be
Why
lit.
wouldn't you do it?
I'm not
Well, you're not going to even be there, right?
Jackson is 30 minutes away, so technically I would be there, but not really.
No, like I'm saying,
Not
moving,
really
you're
because
moving, right?
not really because I'm leaving anyway
That's
soon.
what I'm
So it's
saying.
just like, why would I be there? But what I'm saying is but they had already said that like a couple of years ago. They were saying they should do a chase in Jackson. We got a couple of people here. You should be the face of it. No, first of all, ain't nobody coming to Jackson, and number two, I don't want to do
couple,
it.
They mean couple. It's gonna be a cast member of 4. They all done fucked each other.
Yeah.
Basically.
I think they need a chase in Chicago or New York.
Oh, Chicago.
Detroit.
New York, both
They
of those
can
cities
start
seem
shooting in New
dangerous.
York City and Chicago.
We need a Detroit. Period.
They're not gonna do no Detroit show.
Shoot each other, child.
You can be safe. I can show you how to do it in a safe way. Everybody gotta be registered to shoot though.
And
When they doing a love and marriage Detroit, they doing a love and marriage Detroit on. So I want to see who's gonna be on there.
Yeah, that's because I think that's because that's where
Carlos King is from.
Yeah, I keep on forgetting. I forgot his name, child. Like
Yeah, but I want to see a chase in Chicago. It's gonna be hood as hell, but I want to see.
I want to see a chasing Nutbush.
I am weak.
Not Nutbush.
So do you think you could ever see yourself bringing some of your friends onto the cast to try to bring them into the show so you can have some people on your team?
So here's the gag. I have some really amazing boss ass friends here in Dallas that a lot of people know of that are doing things in the city that I would love to bring on. It's just a matter of if they want to do it.
First of all, I am not from Memphis. First of all, so that will never happen.
They trying to do Chase in Birmingham.
Wait,
not Chase in Birmingham.
Where are you from, Scotty?
I'm 30 minutes out of Jackson.
What's what's the city name though?
It's a small town called Canton, Mississippi. It's very ghetto.
Oh, okay.
That should explain everything about me.
Maybe we can make one out there.
No.
I don't know why I thought you was in Atlanta.
I'm always there all the time. I might as well.
There's a time in my life where I was gonna move to Atlanta for work, but
you don't want to be a rotten peach either.
Wait a motherfucking.
I go there for a minute now.
That's what he said. I'm only. He said that.
No shade to Atlanta. I actually love Atlanta, but not for me to live there now.
Okay. Just for you to maybe just go there, during Pride or whatever the case may be.
No, not even that.
Have y'all ever heard of the TikToker? What's his name? Life as Marty. His name used to be Playboy Body on TikTok. He was like a trucker, like a gay trucker or something like that. He used to do videos or whatever. Like he got 1 million followers. He from here too. So no. No. I don't want to do no reality show. I can't be no reality star. I can't do no real reality show because the producers would be mad with me because I wouldn't cooperate. As soon as the person make me mad, I'd be like, I'm not filming with them no more. So don't put me in no scene with them no more.
So I do have a question for y'all. So if there's a season 5, who do y'all want to see come back and who do you don't want to see come back?
I'm gonna let them go first.
I can't answer that question.
Well, I know you can't. I know he can't answer.
Oh yeah, you can't. Okay, yeah.
He can't answer it.
Yeah.
So Jeremy, you want to go first?
Sure, no problem. Kiki can go. She gotta go.
Period. That's what I said.
Kiki can get her ass up out of here. I'm sorry, Kiki. We love you, sis, but get that ass on. Move I know Teddlie may be okay with it, but if you leave my ass around a whole bunch of homophobes and don't tell me, we gonna have some issues next time I see you.
I knew y'all was gonna say.
I
knew y'all was gonna say.
She didn't bring anything.
But
all she really did was dick suck Rob to me. And to me, what she does, she just aligns herself to those who are more masculine presenting, and the way that she's not able to call people out it seems like a follower. And I just don't vibe with the way that she carries herself on this show. I don't think that she's a bad person. I don't think that she's mean or nasty. I just don't think that she brings anything to the show.
Right. Well, I think that she is like, in terms of her career, like she's a teacher, and I like the fact that she's in the ballroom scene. So I like that. I like that balance she gives. That's what I like.
That's cute, but it's boring. We don't want to see that. So great.
Oh
Kudos
my
to her.
God.
But we don't care.
I would definitely keep you. I would keep Kesey. Actually, I want to know more about Kesey's background. I hope next season we get to learn that, because Kesey seemed that he's been through a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he has.
I would keep Astro. I would keep Rob. I'll keep Jeff. Actually, I'll keep everybody except for Kiki. Because I think everybody brings. I feel like
everybody
Trey,
else brought something.
Yeah, I don't like Kiki. Gotta go. She can we like her as a teacher, teaching the children. You know,
I believe
bring up our
children are our future.
Maybe we can bring her in on some episodes for Teacher Appreciation Week.
Show them all
And
the
that's
beauty
the thing when it comes about
possess
reality
inside.
TV. Like,
Yeah.
just because you are like, you're a boss or you got a nice profession or something, don't mean you made for TV.
That's
So
why
like,
I don't
you have
want
to have
to do no
personality.
TV. That's
You
why
gotta
I
it gotta be both.
So I heard people say that I don't bring enough drama, but
The thing is about
honestly,
it. Okay,
I'll give my opinion, because honestly, you wasn't real like a lot of drama filled, but your name was in every damn scene and everybody kept talking about it. So that brings in my light, that gives something. So I can see that. At first, I didn't know about you. I was like, child, I don't know about this Teddlie person, but if everybody talk about it, there must be something going on. Just Kiki, when nobody saying about her, and I think she's a wonderful person. I love what she's doing, but everybody's personality is not made for TV.
Yeah,
mine included. That's why I don't want to do it.
And see,
yeah, but
you
you're definitely gonna have some issues as the seasons progress. They definitely gonna be coming after you,
I
especially with you floating between all of these different friend groups. You definitely gonna get dragged. And I don't know if I may or may not be another one on these reviews dragging you, but I'm just saying that I don't know, because I don't really know. I like you on the show. Like, you're, like I said, somebody I feel like I can relate to. Dior, you and Dior are the most I can relate to. I can't relate to Rob. I can't really relate to Sean. I really can't relate to Trey. I can't relate to certain members, but I feel like everybody has a certain persona they can relate to on the show. There's always some gay man raising somebody else's child. I have 5 to 10, godchildren. So I can even relate to Rob on that level. When you're taking care of kids, because you want to be down and help raise that child up, or whatever the case may be. Right. But I'm saying that it comes across a little bit disingenuous when you see people moving from all of these different groups, or whatever the case may be, especially when they don't really get along with each other.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and I think that's what speaks about myself. I think that I have the ability to insert myself between shit and still not be intertwined so much in the mess, but hold my own at the same time. That's what I think.
I agree.
Because I ain't gonna let you talk down on my name and not say nothing eventually. I'm gonna say some shit. So I gotta say and move on to the next thing.
So the next time we see Rob call you fake on camera, we gonna expect you to say something?
If it bothers me, I will.
Okay.
But it didn't bother me. Child, Rob was drunk. So we good.
They actually, I'm gonna take that out because that got cut out. That got some stuff got cut out out of that one review that we did with Markel.
Child, I cut a lot of stuff out of there.
I know, so I'm not gonna even ask any questions.
Do you actually remember that day that you paid DeAndre Dust in the club?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I still don't remember that day. And so if y'all noticed the first episode when it was at Robert's September to Remember, he started off with the smoke already with me. So again, you came in swinging. I don't know why. You brought up that I ignored you. I said, well, baby, if I ignored you, my bad. I don't remember. When I go to the club, I'm not here to make friends with people I don't know. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. So since you asked us that question, I guess would it be fair to ask you who you feel should stay and leave? I mean, you're not you're allowed to do that. Is he allowed to do that, Tramel?
Maybe.
Don't you come at my homegirl like that.
Yeah, he's trying to be funny.
God
Girl, just
damn
learn
it.
the rules before you get to asking people questions.
I mean, like, how, like, can somebody point to me the rule book? Like, what are we allowed to ask?
You asked
Well,
everybody.
Not allowed to
My
ask
my
him about
answer is
anything
my
that has
answer
not
is
been
very
shown on the
simple.
show as of yet.
Okay. But go ahead. Who do you feel should leave and stay?
I feel like nobody should leave. I feel like everybody should stay.
Oh, that's a nice
He has
answer.
media training.
Right.
No, I feel no, seriously.
We love a
Like
good PR.
even everybody from DeAndre, because although people have differences with him, you gotta have a Kenya Moore or somebody like that to stir
You
up some
definitely
shit.
need DeAndre.
You gotta have,
I think he has a very trash personality, but
Yeah.
please bring him back.
so I don't I mean,
Do not
I
get rid of
think-
DeAndre. Y'all
Child,
do
who else gonna wear Toms in the winter?
Oh my god!
Ah,
You know what?
Child, who else gonna get
I
Who
don't
else
running
gonna
think
be
he
there
does
to
that
ask him
at
while
the
he
same
wearing
time.
them?
I just think that he started off giving a lot that was just all over the place, and that's just what it was. And kind of people didn't know how to deal with that. But I think he's good TV.
Yeah, he is good TV. I can
He's good
see.
TV.
Speaking of, like, if they create a Chasing Atlanta, well, if they, ever, resume
yeah.
that with K-Star and Tramel, would y'all ever do that?
They didn't pick
yeah,
us.
we've been sitting there. They didn't pick us. Child parent, we ain't interested enough.
I really want to see. Y'all
I'm
on
ghetto as
camera.
fuck, so I'm telling you, the same bitch you get right here, is the same bitch you about to get on Chase.
Oh,
Get
definitely,
on like it,
child.
bitch. Please do
Child,
not
you,
cast a bitch
child.
like
Me and
me.
Jamar, no, honey.
We not chosen.
Okay, well, that's all the questions I
That's
have.
it.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless
Well,
you.
with that being said, Teddlie, thank you for coming on. When the producer and the cat and some of the cast members will come on the damn panel, that means we did our job this season, child. This wasn't even supposed to be a thing, but it was. But thank you for coming up. We appreciate it. We had us a good time with you today.
Yes.
I wasn't expecting that DM from you. I was at work in the freezer, and when I got that DM,
Not in the freezer.
He always be in the freezer hiding from work.
No, I just
I'm weak.
no shade, but like I said, I watched y'all reviews and I saw the last one y'all did when y'all spoke on the marriage situation. I was like, well, hold on now. Now that that's over and done with and it's official, let me correct y'all on that part, that piece at least.
well, we don't mind being
Okay, because I had
corrected.
questions.
We don't mind being corrected now. We don't
You know
mind
what I'm
being
saying?
corrected.
So I was just like, no, baby, I didn't just go marry no random ass man. Okay, that ain't my MO, baby. I got some training, I got some sense. But that's what it was.
Who are you correcting?
The ones
Not
that were on
you, because
Yeah,
you wasn't.
I'm the one that said
so
it.
not you.
I said it.
Okay, I
I
just
know
want
that. He just being
I don't
messy.
remember.
I did not know
It was on
that.
It was on this panel. So
I just wanted to know.
You know it wasn't you. You wasn't even here. You were drunk.
I didn't say it was me. I just wanted to know which one he was going
That sounds exciting,
That's
marrying
all.
a stranger. I think you should have ran with that narrative.
what?
Marrying a stranger.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. It would have gave it would have gave more people that didn't have no storyline a storyline. So.
Who?
Is that person George?
Who?
Oh.
Jeremy, I'm tired of you.
Well, you know what?
We tired of you.
What am I doing?
Because you know what you be asking.
You know
and
exactly
I
what
love
you
it too. But you know what? With that being said, y'all, we are approaching an hour and 30 minutes. I think we have given y'all enough time.
Yes, I'm
First
gonna
of
have
all-
dinner with my man, so I gotta go.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead. You can go ahead and leave
Ooh.
now, child. Go ahead and be with that man of yours, honey. Go ahead.
Doodles.
Not my
And-
man.
And watch my
man.
Instagram. You may see a post. I'm sure everybody else watching it too, child. So.
I'm gonna follow you after this.
Yes.
I'll be looking at your Instagram,
I
child.
too am gonna follow.
All right.
I'll follow if you follow back though.
Hello.
That,
You
you
got
know what? I
24
was
hours,
thinking
or I
that,
will
but I didn't want to say
revoke
it.
the follow.
But go, yes.
That's etiquette. That's etiquette. Honey. I got etiquette.
We
You got
like
24
etiquette.
hours, or it's going back.
All right.
Tramel asked the great questions.
He did. But
Yeah,
thank you. But thank you, Teddy. You can go ahead and go and be with your man, child. We're finna go ahead and close the show.
Toodles.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Don't
so
talk shit
much.
backstage. Period. Y'all ain't get out here that quick.
This was fun. We actually had the most live views that we ever had on a damn panel tonight.
Oh, we
So
did? How many views? We
we
can't see.
had like
y'all
one.
nosy.
I think 130. I think we had 130. We never
Oh.
had that many on this panel before. So that means the shit growing, honey.
We love growth.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean it's grown. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I get DMs all the time talking about how much people love this panel, and it's a person that actually works with me. One of my coworkers. She's actually in the chat right now. She even said that she could just listen to us talk about any damn thing, and it don't matter. She'll just sit back. It don't matter what we talk about. She'll sit there and listen. She
That's
watches
what we talk
every
about.
fucking
Anything.
panel, every panel that we do. So that should let you know that we got some here. It wasn't even supposed to be no big ass panel of 6, but it turned out to be that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank
So
you for inviting me to, like, come and participate in this.
I mean, let me tell you something. Everybody brings something different to this panel. Okay. You and Carl bring something similar. It's just that Carl is
Jeremy
more right.
You see, Jeremy, he only beat me. I'm glad Jeremy is, so it don't be me.
Jamar and Tremere pretty much bring the same thing, and I just sit back and produce.
Period. Like, this is my first time ever, like, really watching this show. I never really knew that it was like, I guess, gay reality shows,
Mm-hmm.
Or LGBTQ reality shows. I don't want to just call it a gay.
Well, I'm gonna say this to you, since you're just now tapping into this. Being there, Chasing Atlanta is filming their 6th season. I will suggest you go back and watch all 5 seasons before you see the 6th.
5?
There's not that many episodes.
Just start at 3. You'll
I would say
be all
start
right.
at 3.
Okay.
You think 3, not 2?
I mean, there's no.
Yeah, the first and the
backstory.
second season, they was kind of like the first season. They was talking about catfish, and the second season was
bad, but
my man, and then third season you actually got some stuff.
Okay, so yeah, start at the third season.
The third season,
I'm kind of sad this is ending, because, like, I really have been enjoying, like, talking to all y'all. Like, y'all don't understand. I've been going through it on my own channel lately. Like,
I know.
And this has been really, really uplifting for me. And, like, it's been really fun. Like, I haven't really, when I first started doing YouTube, it was so much fun for me. I used to be able to just kiki as much as I want to, but then I started getting attacked and all of this other stuff. And I just kind of, like,
I wonder why you was getting attacked.
No, it ain't what you think. It's because
really
we review
not.
that. It's because we review. Well, I don't review it no more, but we was reviewing that bitch
I don't review
ass
no more either.
Love and Marriage Huntsville show, and them some crazy ass fans. And if you talk about one damn person, they get mad, honey. But I ain't gonna bring that negativity over.
Talk about the lady. All I asked was, like, was it really okay for you to say that you healed and doing such and such and such and such? And then I got blacklisted, and 35 of my videos got reported.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Me?
Yes, him and T, who's not up here right now because he said his StreamYard was freezing, but him and T got blacklisted.
Wow.
I mean, well, T can survive because he has, he's developed, a stronger fan base. I'm pretty new.
You still know, yeah.
So that really did dampen and hurt me, and it's really, like, taking me out of the algorithm too. So, but I'm saying, like,
but I'm gonna tell you this: you still don't let, even though all that is happening, still keep pushing though, because if you don't push, then you're gonna push yourself further and further out of the algorithm.
I know. I'm just taking time right now.
Doing this panel probably brings you to other people that probably wouldn't have known you as well,
yeah.
because
I really did enjoy getting to know. I guess I don't know y'all like that, but I really did enjoy getting to know all of y'all like that, especially getting to see and talk to Jamar, because I've been watching him and Maddie Rant's, like, RuPaul Drag Race reviews, for a few years.
Like, that's how we all met each other. So, we started like this.
And
then we be hanging out for real now.
Period.
Except for that bitch Tremel. I've been knowing her outside.
Yeah. See, it's like this, Jeremy. Me and Jamar been friends for 10 years, and these other hoes been friends for
about 10 years too.
The same amount of years. So I mean, I didn't know that I was gonna be friends with Carl. I didn't know that. I didn't know I was gonna be friends with Tremel.
You like me, bitch.
I love you. I love you and Tremel. Like Tremel will call me out of the blue sometimes. If he see me posting something I ain't got no business posting, he will call me and say, bitch, take that down.
Only sometimes.
I made like a really fun. I made one really good, very very strong friendship on this album. My other half chef Dun. Like
Yeah, y'all really.
well, I kept on asking him to review this, but he is not touching it.
But he watch it though, because I see him in them damn comments. He watching. I see him.
He will not touch it. I would love for Chef Dun to come up here, but he won't do it. He won't. Don't tell me. I feel like it's because you violent people on the show. It makes me feel uncomfortable to do it. That's why.
But we will be doing this for Chasing Atlanta though, and that's it. I'm telling you, Chasing Atlanta is even more like turned up than Dallas. It's even more turned up. Trust me.
Is it more turned up than the G Hustler show?
You gonna stop calling it that?
The G Hustler show is just—it's not a thing. Please. It's just not a thing.
Why can't we call it that?
Because that's not the name of the show.
I don't know too much about what's going on with that show anymore.
Okay, so just one time for the one time. Just say the name one more again.
G Status Hustle. G Status ATL Hustle.
G Status ATL Hustle.
But it's still funny when you say G Hustler though. It's still funny. Like I can't see it no other way than G Hustler.
No, that's my new name for it. That's the
as
only
we
one I'm referred
close
to
this out,
from going forward. G Hustler. Period.
And as we close this out, I really want everybody on the show to know that we don't have any personal issues with anybody. I'm just saying.
I wouldn't care if they thought it or not.
And I'm saying, like,
if you don't like it, remember that, bitch.
My Lord, today.
Oh my God, I cannot. But this was
Carl,
fun.
we going out tonight?
Ooh, that sounds delicious, bitch. Let me wash my ass, bitch.
Here y'all go. Look, I hope y'all have that same energy when I come back. Well,
we will.
Y'all will. The last time I was there, Carl gonna make a post on Instagram telling me something. These bitches love to make somebody get up out their bed and wash their ass and come out the house.
Look,
and I said,
I don't go nowhere.
I said, exactly.
I don't either.
I be in this house. Chill.
Bring your ass out. I'm in Atlanta. Come the fuck out.
Girl, once you live here, it ain't nothing special no more. You be like, girl, fuck that place. I'll go there next time.
Period.
Is that what you say now, Jamar?
That's what I'm saying to you right now.
I'm gonna say this: Tremel and Carl had Jamie ass hollering at that Mexican restaurant. She was cackling at y'all that night.
Girl.
Oh, that was probably Carl. I ain't do nothing. I just sat there, ate my slam.
No, you were talking to
I was on my
honey.
best behavior.
Who all were we with? I forgot.
It was me, you, Carl, Tremel, Jamie, Ramon, and his boyfriend, and then Aaron, Justin, and Jamie.
Wait, do y'all remember? Am I the only one to remember this? I remember watching Aaron too a long time ago. He used to have a couples channel before he started the channel that we see today. It was
Aaron who?
Aaron, House of Aaron.
Oh, I don't know nothing about that.
Oh my gosh, nobody remembers that. I mean, that's good branding because he able to like. But I remember he started with a couples channel.
He never even said that. That's
him
my
light-skinned boy that he used to be with. I remember it. I remember I watched the breakup video and everything.
Oh, I don't know nothing about that.
Look, I was on YouTube.
Oh, I don't know nothing about that.
It was like this was maybe like 6-7 years ago. Probably
all the spectrum. He was getting the gossip.
Spectrum. He was getting. I didn't even know. I didn't even know Jeremy was watching my fucking videos when I first shouted him out. I didn't know he was watching my videos.
Yeah, you were like, I've been watching you since I was in high school.
Oh God, don't make me be that damn old, child.
Jeremy, how old are you?
I'm 28.
Oh, I mean,
he around the same age Josiah.
How old is Josiah?
I think Josiah 28 or 29.
Did Josiah give you my video, right? Like he got the video. I sent him.
Oh, he didn't tell me. He didn't tell me if he got it or not. But I'm glad that you told me.
I sent it in on the deadline.
Speaking of that, Tremel and Carl still ain't sent theirs, and I'm really irritated with that. But this is a backstage conversation.
What video am I supposed to be sending?
Honey, Josiah emailed your ass
He
months
sure
ago
did. He
about
did.
being a
It was,
He
part of our
sure
a month
did,
ago.
50K
but I haven't received
video.
a follow-up email.
He just sent the follow up
When?
About a week ago.
about a week or two ago.
Ooh, okay.
Yep, I got it. I know stuff, but I got it there pinned to the top like I need to do this video.
I'm gonna do it.
Exactly. Jamar said he ain't gonna do his to the end late, bitch. Him and T said that.
When is it due?
I do it every time. I already know it.
Every fucking time.
When is it due?
You can do it whenever, cause I ain't at 50K yet. I'm at 45. So go ahead. He'll let you know. But he want y'all to get y'all's out first. Cause y'all was my first 20 on the list. The people that's the closest to me was the first ones that those are the ones he want right now. The people that's closest to me.
Oh, okay. So we striving for 50 and you at 44. So I got 6,000 more people.
That's how bitches like we look at like, okay, I got time.
Let me go ahead and close this out because we can save some of this conversation for the backstage. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, this was our most viewed live that we've done so far. Normally we premiere it and we never got this many people even in premiering it. So what you finna say, Jerry?
Jamar, do you feel that Astro was the show?
I feel that Astro was very entertaining in the segments of the show that he was a part of.
He was only in like 4 episodes.
You know what? We finna go.
Right after he showed that cat, they took him off the air.
Bye, y'all. We will see y'all on another one. Bye.
Now what I